Welcome back to Nature's Fight Club, the only place where we pit the mightiest beasts from today against the titans of prehistory. In one corner, we have the undisputed king of the modern jungle, a silverback gorilla. In the other, a colossal ape from the Pleistocene epoch, the mighty Gigantopithecus. Who would win this ultimate primate showdown? A battle of brawn, brains, and sheer prehistoric power. Stick around, because this is a clash for the ages. Let's start with our modern champion, the eastern lowland gorilla. Don't let the lowland part fool you. These are absolute powerhouses. A mature male silverback can stand up to 6 feet tall when upright and weighs in at a formidable 400 to 500 pounds of pure muscle. Their arm span is incredible, stretching up to 8.5 feet, giving them a reach advantage over most opponents. And their strength? It's legendary. A silverback is estimated to be anywhere from 6 to 15 times stronger than an average human. They can lift or throw over 1,800 pounds. That's like flipping a small car. Their bite force is equally impressive, clocking in at around 300 psi, stronger than a lion or a great white shark. This allows them to tear through tough vegetation like bamboo with ease. They are intelligent, social animals, and their power is not just for show. It's a tool for defense and dominance. Now, let's turn back the clock and step into the prehistoric world of our challenger. Meet Gigantopithecus blacki, the largest ape ever to walk the earth. This behemoth roamed the forests of southern China from about 2 million years ago until as recently as 300,000 years ago. Fossil evidence is limited, mostly consisting of massive teeth and jawbones, but from these, scientists have been able to paint a terrifying picture. Gigantopithecus is estimated to have stood a staggering 10 feet tall on its hind legs and weighed over 1 to 200 pounds. That's nearly 3 times the weight of a large silverback gorilla. Imagine a creature that dwarfs a grizzly bear. Its diet was likely similar to a modern orangutan's, consisting of tough, fibrous plants, fruits, and especially bamboo. The immense size of its molars suggests it had an incredibly powerful jaw needed to crush and grind tough plant material, likely generating a bite force that would make the gorillas look modest. This wasn't just an ape, it was a living, breathing giant. So, let's put these two titans side by side. The size difference is the most glaring factor. The 10-foot, 1,200-pound Gigantopithecus makes the 6-foot, 500-pound gorilla look small in comparison. It's like a heavyweight boxer stepping into the ring with a super heavyweight. The reach of Gigantopithecus, with its proportionally longer arms on a larger frame, would be immense, likely exceeding 12 feet. Strength-wise, while the gorilla is incredibly powerful for its size, simple physics dictates that the much larger Gigantopithecus would be in a completely different league. If a gorilla can lift 1 to 800 pounds, imagine what a creature nearly 3 times its mass could do. We're talking about a level of raw, brute force that is almost unimaginable today. However, the gorilla has a key advantage: agility. Being smaller and lighter, the gorilla would be faster and more nimble, able to move, dodge, and reposition much more effectively than the colossal and likely slower Gigantopithecus. Now for the fight itself. How would each animal approach this battle? The gorilla's fighting style is a combination of bluff and brutal force. A silverback's primary goal is to intimidate. It will start with loud vocalizations, chest beating, and charging displays to scare off a threat. If that fails, it attacks with surprising speed. It will use its powerful arms to grab and pummel, and its sharp canines for deep, slashing bites. The gorilla's key to victory would be to use its superior agility. It would need to avoid the crushing power of Gigantopithecus, darting in and out, landing quick, damaging blows and bites to weaker points like the neck, face and joints, trying to wear the giant down. A direct head-on grappling match would be suicide. Gigantopithecus, on the other hand, would rely on its overwhelming size and power. It wouldn't need fancy tactics. Its fighting style would be that of a living, battering ram. Think of how a bear fights, using its immense weight and strength to overpower and crush its opponent. A single swat from its massive arm could be enough to break bones or incapacitate the gorilla. Its strategy would be simple: get a hold of the gorilla. Once it grabs its smaller foe, the fight is essentially over. The sheer force it could exert would be inescapable. Its immense bite force could also deliver a fatal blow. The key to victory for Gigantopithecus is to close the distance, absorb any initial attacks, and use its sheer mass to pin and finish the fight quickly. So, the bell rings. Let's imagine the scene. In a clearing in a dense bamboo forest, the two apes face off. The silverback, agitated and alert, immediately begins its threat display, roaring, beating its chest in a deafening rhythm that echoes through the trees. The Gigantopithecus, however, is not intimidated. It simply stands its ground, a living mountain of fur and muscle, its sheer presence a threat display in itself. The gorilla makes the first move. It charges, not head-on, but from the side, a blur of black fur. It lands a powerful blow on the giant's thigh and attempts a quick bite before darting away. The blow staggers the Gigantopithecus, more out of surprise than pain. The giant ape roars in frustration, a sound deeper and more powerful than the gorilla's, shaking the very ground. It turns, slower but deliberate, tracking its agile opponent. The gorilla repeats this tactic, using its speed to land hits and retreat before the giant can retaliate. It's a smart strategy, a death by 1,000 cuts. For a few moments it seems to be working. The gorilla is faster, more mobile, and is landing punishing blows. But Gigantopithecus is a tank. It can absorb this punishment. It takes a few powerful hits, but then it anticipates the gorilla's next move. As the gorilla lunges in for another attack, the Gigantopithecus doesn't try to grab it. Instead, it swings one of its colossal arms in a wide, sweeping arc. The gorilla tries to dodge, but the reach is too great. The massive hand connects with the gorilla's shoulder and sends it tumbling. The impact is devastating. The gorilla is stunned, its shoulder likely dislocated. Before the silverback can recover, the giant is upon it. There's no finesse, just overwhelming force. Gigantopithecus pins the gorilla to the ground with its immense weight. The gorilla struggles, biting and clawing, but it's like trying to fight a landslide. The strength difference is just too vast. The fight ends quickly from there, with the prehistoric titan's power proving too much for the modern king. So, in this clash of titans, while the gorilla's heart, intelligence, and agility are legendary, the sheer, undeniable physics of size and power give the victory to Gigantopithecus. It was, quite simply, the largest and most powerful ape to have ever lived. But that's just my take on it. What do you think? Could the gorilla's speed and strategy have pulled off an upset? Let me know your thoughts on how this fight would go down in the comments below. And while you're there, tell us what epic battle you want to see next on Nature's Fight Club. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more prehistoric showdowns.